As I stood behind the bar, the low hum of chatter and the clinking of glasses enveloped me. It was a typical evening at the cozy neighborhood pub I'd been tending to for years. The familiar faces of regulars and the welcoming ambience always made this place feel like a second home. But as the evening sun dipped below the horizon and the skies darkened ominously, I felt a subtle unease settle in the pit of my stomach. The weather forecast had been spot on, and a heavy thunderstorm had begun to unleash its fury outside. The sporadic flashes of lightning illuminated the faces of my patrons, many of whom exchanged uneasy glances. Some had their smartphones out, checking the radar, while others simply clutched their pints a bit tighter. I knew the old building had seen its fair share of storms, but there was always the fear that this time might be different. That fear soon became a reality when, with a deafening crash, a bolt of lightning struck so close that the thunderclap felt as if it was inside the bar itself. A collective gasp of surprise and fear erupted from the patrons. My first instinct was to reassure them, so I offered a weak smile and a quick, "Don't worry, folks, it's just a bit of thunder. We're all safe in here." I turned my attention to the windows, where rain was now pelting against the glass in torrents. The street outside had quickly turned into a river, and the skies unleashed their full fury. But it wasn't the storm outside that had me worried. It was the torrential downpour inside. I looked up and saw it, a growing, ominous stain on the ceiling directly above the bar, a leak from the relentless rainwater that had found its way through the aging roof. Panic shot through me. I couldn't let the water damage the wooden bar, the expensive liquor bottles, and most importantly, the safety of the patrons. With the customers' attention now divided between their drinks and the leak, I had to act swiftly. I grabbed an empty bucket and a towel, positioning them strategically under the growing leak. As I scrambled to contain the situation, I couldn't help but feel like a circus juggler, trying to maintain a delicate balance. Serve drinks, contain the leak, keep everyone calm. It was a daunting juggling act. I kept one eye on the storm outside, praying that the worst had already passed. Meanwhile, the drip, drip, drip from the ceiling continued to fill the bucket, a rhythmic reminder of the chaos around me. A few regulars even took it upon themselves to help, grabbing towels from the kitchen and trying to shield the bar from the relentless water. As minutes turned into what felt like hours, the storm gradually subsided, leaving behind the aftermath of fallen branches, puddles, and the relentless sound of rain. The bar, however, had weathered the storm, thanks to the combined efforts of my customers and me. The leak was eventually contained, and the bucket was nearly full, a testament to our teamwork. As the last drops of rainwater found their way into the bucket, the atmosphere in the bar began to lighten. Laughter returned, and I couldn't help but join in, relieved that we had made it through the storm together. It was a night that we'd all remember, not just for the thunderstorm, but for the camaraderie that had grown among us as we juggled between serving customers, containing the leak, and ensuring everyone's safety.